all of us on the panel here today, and then we are going to get started with the presentation. So firstly, starting off with myself, my name is Dana Feligno. I am the college recruiter for the Chaplin School of Hospitality and Tourism Management at FIU. I would like to firstly introduce my wonderful colleague, Dawn, who can take a moment to introduce herself.
Hi, everybody. I am Dawn Fagnan, and I work with Dana. I work mainly with transfer students, but I'm happy to welcome you tonight and answer any questions that you have about the Chaplin School. Thanks.
Perfect. And we also have our wonderful student representative, Cindy, who is here to answer any questions you may have about the student experience. Cindy, if you just want to take a moment to introduce yourself as well.
Dana, hello everyone. My name is Cindy Tan, and I'm the graduate assistant for Enrollment and Recruitment Services. So if you guys have any questions, you can feel free to ask me today.
Perfect. Thank you, Cindy. And lastly, we have Marie, who is here with our Central FIU Admissions, who can answer any questions that you may have regarding the admissions procedure here at FIU. So Marie, if you just want to take a moment and introduce yourself as well.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to our virtual experience. Like they said, my name is Marie Ray. I am the admissions rep. So if you have any questions regarding your process to applying, become a future Panther at FIU, I am in the chat. So definitely ask away and get ready. Go Panthers.
Okay, thank you, Marie. You really got this party started. So as Marie said, we will have, she will be answering any questions in the chat, as well as Dawn and Cindy. So please at any time, firstly, feel free to unmute yourself and ask your question directly, or if not, please feel to place it in the chat. So firstly, to start off, we are the Chaplin School of Hospitality and Tourism Management. We are currently ranked one of the top hospitality schools in the world and one of the best values in the US for many years running. We also have, which we'll go over later, a campus in China, which we've been in the #1 slot for many years as well as the #1 online program. We are located, if you do not know, FIU has 2 campuses. So there is the Modesto Modete campus, which is in more southern half of Miami, and we are located at the beautiful Biscayne Bay campus right on the water. There are some shots here below, an aerial shot of the Biscayne Bay campus, as well as our building. So we love to take, strolls there when it's that nice Miami weather. Our Bachelor's of Science program in Hospitality Management, while we do have a general track in which any student can take the general hospitality management degree, we do also have specializations. So the first is beverage management, which focuses more on the logistics side of beverages. So thinking, how does the wine get from the winery to the restaurant or hotel? Entertainment management is a new opportunity that we have as of fall 2020. And this is focusing on live concerts and events, such as those that you might find at the American Airlines Arena or so on. Event management is our most popular. We teach you kind of the ins and outs of running an event. Hotel and lodging management and restaurant and culinary management. Then we have spirits management, which focuses on spirits sort of from the ground up. So even in the distillery stage, this is in partnership with Bacardi, which is something that we'll go over later as well. And then lastly is travel and tourism management. While it's not only travel agency, it also focuses on destination management. So bringing tourists to your wonderful destination. And there's lots of opportunities in that as well. So FIU's Chaplin School of Hospitality and FIU in general is a very experience-based university, and our degree is very experiential. So firstly, hospitality is really about getting out and doing it and experiencing what it is to be, a hospitality leader. We start off with that with programs on demand. So what programs on demand are very short, intensive courses that allow you to really get more hands-on experience in a particular area. So some of these pictures are places that we have been in the past. So the first being hospitality leadership in Disney World, where Disney World actually kind of takes the reins and trains you and teaches you what it is to be a leader at Disney World. We focus on hotel operations management at the Fontainebleau, which is one of the largest hotels in the United States. And you kind of get to have a nice taste for the various departments. So housekeeping, food and beverage, and so on. And then the other image is marine tourism or ecotourism that we do in the Keys. So again, it's a really great way to kind of get your feet wet and kind of really understand what it is to be a leader in hospitality. As we talked about before, we have the Bacardi Excellence Center. Last year, we started a dynamic partnership between Bacardi USA and our Chaplin School of Hospitality to open up the Bacardi Center of Excellence, as well as start our Spirits degree program. Firstly, we have Bacardi Teach, which is a free professional certification program. So even as high school or non-hospitality FIU students, you can take any of our certificate programs for free. They also offer a ton of scholarships for those students that are studying in the Spirits management track, as well as a Spirits startup. So allowing those entrepreneurs that want to start their own Spirits business, kind of really assisting them in that process. And this is an image of our new Bacardi classroom, in which this is a little bit of an older photo, which has now been decked out with a bar and all of these awesome things, again, for that more experiential learning experience. Keeping on with the experience train, we have South Beach Wine and Food Festival, which if you haven't heard of before, is a several-day event with over 60,000 guests here on South Beach that has sort of expanded on all the way up to West Palm Beach. It's filled with famous chefs, famous restaurateurs, hotel managers, and it's raised more than $3.8 million for our Chaplin School of Hospitality, which allows us to provide and have such wonderful facilities. It also awards over $700,000 in scholarships annually and allows you to really kind of get out there and experience what it is to run a large event or to be part of a large event. So you can work in logistics, sponsorships, working on the culinary side, the beverage side. I mean, the opportunities are really endless. Study abroad, although COVID has kind of put a little bit of a halt on study abroad, it's something that the School of Hospitality takes really seriously and something that we can't wait to get started again. We already have planned in 2021 to go to Dubai. Something that we've done in the past, we've been to Costa Rica, Belize, Italy, as well as our world famous Hospitality at Sea, which is where you take a 2-week cruise from usually somewhere in Florida over to Europe, and then you take your class while you're on the cruise. So it's a wonderful experience. I've actually been on it myself, and I can say firsthand that it's amazing. Lastly is our Marriott Tianjin China program. So this program allows you to study up to 1 year in China for the incredible value of $2,620. That includes your room and board and your round trip flight. All of the classes are taught in English, and you have over 1,000 students enrolled in that program for you to interact with on a regular basis. It's an amazing experience. I actually lived in China myself, so I can say firsthand that it's a wonderful opportunity to really explore not only yourself personally, but professionally, because the hospitality industry is very different there, and it's really kind of remarkable to get that firsthand knowledge. So part of the reason of going to school is to have an awesome career, right? And we have an amazing career development program specifically for our hospitality students. While FIU as a whole also has a career and talent development office, which can assist you, we focus specifically on those organizations that want to hire our hospitality graduates. So in addition to bringing employers on campus, we focus on your resume, you know, critiquing it, making sure it's all up to date. We also host mock interviews so that you can practice interviewing before your big day. We have employer tabling where they come in and present what job opportunities they have. We have several career fairs. We're actually having 2 this semester alone virtually. And then we have guest speakers, which come in to speak to you about their experiences and how they've grown to where they are today. Lastly, we have the Career Closet, which is an amazing opportunity to find new or gently used professional clothing if you do not have, to go to those interviews and, you know, get that awesome job. So a little bit about our career development program. We've had over 96 events held virtually in 2019 and 2020 alone. We have one of the highest average salaries in the state of Florida university system. That's something we are the most proud of, because the success of our students is what is most important to us. And being that you get out of here and you have the highest salary, that's something we really look forward to. Handshake is our platform that we use for job posting. So if you know about Indeed or Career Builder, that's kind of what we use here at FIU. And we have over 1,800 job postings for hospitality students alone on Handshake right now. And we've had over 100 employers visit in person and virtually last year alone. So there's definitely a number of opportunities to find the career that you want. Outside of just that traditional restaurant and hotel, there's lots of opportunities. Here are some of our top employers. So as you can see, there's a wide variety. There's events in there, there's theme parks. Southern Glazers is a beverage management company. So going into sales or logistics of the beverage management, we have hotels like the Four Seasons, the Marriott, as well as rental car agencies like Enterprise, or even hospitals such as Baptist Health. Being in a hospital, although you don't necessarily choose to stay there overnight, it is still very similar to a hotel in that you are staying there overnight. And there are certain amenities or things that you need in order to be comfortable, right? So there's a new push for this hospitality side. And having hospitality managers within the hospital or healthcare system in general. So we kind of talked about our amazing facilities a little bit earlier, and please, again, feel free to stop me at any point and ask any questions you may have. I do see that we are quite active on the chat, so that's amazing. Thanks to many wonderful donations, as well as the South Beach Wine and Food Festival, we have state-of-the-art facilities and technologies for our students. This one is our Wine Spectator, part of our restaurant lab. This is our wine cellar where we host small events typically, or professional meetings. This next photo here is our food demonstration lab. So all students at the bachelor's level are required to take at least 2 cooking courses, because you really have to understand what it is to be in the back of the house, to be a successful leader, I think, in general. And I think this actually goes for pretty much any career, not only in hospitality. And so you can see here the chef demonstrates what you're going to cook first, and then you all go to the kitchen together. It is decked out with speakers and computers and TVs. This is our modular classroom, again, focusing more on that student-led classroom experience, where it's going to be more interactive and less sort of lecture-based. And so all of those tables and chairs move around, and it really, enhances the student experience. Here's our brewing science lab with our world famous Dr. Barry Gump. Here you can learn how to brew your own beer and your wine. And from here, actually quite a few microbreweries in South Florida have started by FIU hospitality alumni. So it's a great way for those that want to start on an entrepreneur side to kind of, check out this wonderful facility. This is a picture from the South Beach Wine and Food Festival. As you can see, we are right on the sand. We put up tents, and the event runs for 3 to 5 days, depending on which event you're working at. And you are right on the sand, right in the middle of the heart of South Beach, and it's a wonderful experience. Here's our South Beach Wine and Food Festival room within our Chaplain School of Hospitality building, so that we get to be reminded all year long of the wonderful experience that we're going to have every February of the year. This is our career development offices. So as we talked about, you have those individuals that are going to help you find the career that suits your personal and professional goals. And this is where you're going to find them, on the 3rd floor. This is another image of our Bacardi classroom. This one is amazing because it actually shows you that bar that I was talking about, so that you can really get involved in those mixology and bartending classes. This is an image of our Carnival Student Center. Carnival Foundation is one of our biggest supporters, and they actually donated a wonderful student center with a pool table, lounging area, TV, and it's a wonderful place to study and hang out. So how do I pay for college? Firstly, financial aid. Make sure you fill out your FAFSA. Opened up in early October, so if you haven't filled it out, make sure you fill it out as soon as possible. FIU also awards for fall applicants or for early 2021 admissions, scholarships. These are for transfers and freshman students, as well as we participate in raise.me. So if you haven't heard of that before, it's small micro scholarships, which are awarded to you for things that you would be doing anyway, right? Career, community service, getting good grades. And so it's a really great way to earn some money for school, doing things that you would be doing regardless. So those were kind of university or US wide. These are just for the Chaplain School of Hospitality. So for our transfer students, we have a Florida transfer scholarship and a non-Florida transfer scholarship. So for those students that are outside the state of Florida, we have an AOHT and DECA scholarship for $2,000. So this is for students who are within the AOHT, the Academy of Hospitality and Tourism, in any high school within the state of Florida, or those that participate in DECA within their high school for $2,000. Also, the Florida Restaurant and Lodging Association offers a $1,000 scholarship to any student studying hospitality from West Palm Beach. So it's a wonderful opportunity to earn $1,000 for doing something, again, that you're doing anyway. We also have on our site right now the Cameron G scholarship for $1,250, the Chef Ken Perry Memorial Scholarship for $500, the Schmeier Rewards Network Scholarship for $1,250, as well as the Rewards Network and Mel Chasen Scholarship. These are what were just posted today, right now, when I took this snapshot of scholarships. We award over $1.4 million in scholarships in our school alone. And so there is always opportunity for scholarships within FIU. So not only these scholarships that I talked about today, there are just more that are always starting, always opening up throughout the school year. The last and most special one of all is our Carnival Gold Scholarship. This is a scholarship donated by the Carnival Foundation for 5 amazing recipients. These are I think it is the 2019 cohort was this image. These are full-time undergraduate students that are studying hospitality. You must have a minimum of a 3.5 weighted GPA. You must be admitted to the Chaplain School of Hospitality. You need to provide a personal statement as well as a resume, and an interview is conducted. This is a renewable scholarship of $20,000 a year, which means every year that you go to school, you will receive that $20,000 a year. If you don't know, FIU is one of the most cost-effective universities in the state of Florida. It only costs about $6,500 a year. And so that $20,000 is a full ride scholarship. You can pay for your books, you can pay for your room and board. It's really an amazing opportunity for those students that receive this scholarship. So we also have a testimonials page here at hospitality.fiu.edu/testimonials. If you want to hear, aside from Cindy, who's going to be next up, what our students have to say, please visit our testimonial sites and really get to hear from our students, our faculty, and our staff talking about how amazing the Chaplain School of Hospitality is. I'm just going to take a brief moment here to have Cindy kind of talk about her experience as an undergraduate and now a graduate student at the Chaplain School of Hospitality. Cindy, if you want to take it away.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Dana. So yes, I did my undergraduate at FIU and I studied hospitality management with a focus in event and tourism management. So now I'm working on my master's in hospitality as well. So I'm a huge fan of the Chaplain School, as you can see. And yeah, as a student, I participated in the South Beach Wine Food Festival for 4 years. And I look forward to it every year. I get to network with so many great people. I get to meet fellow students, classmates that I see later in the classroom. So that's awesome. And we have so many amazing clubs on campus as well. We have the Bartenders Guild at FIU, which I'm the president of, and which we teach you basic bartending 101. And then we have the hands-on cooking class, which I really enjoyed too in my undergraduate. I've never really cooked before that class, so it was kind of tricky for me. But yeah, so we learned baking, cooking. So it's really the well-rounded education that I'm getting from the Chaplain School that I really appreciate. And there's so many outdoors activities too. So you take everything that you learn from the classroom, you go out and network as the career fairs. I met so many potential employers. I've got an internship through the Chaplain School. And there's really cool kayaking at the BBC campus too. So it's a really beautiful campus and awesome professors, awesome faculty. They're really here for you to help and they want to help you grow as a leader in the industry. And that's how I got to where I am today, thanks to the Chaplain School. So if you guys have any questions for me, you can feel free to unmute yourself or put it in the chat, whatever you like.
So I'm going to ask you a question. You kind of briefly spoke about it. As an events major or someone very involved in events, if you can kind of talk about maybe some of the events that you were able to work or volunteer at as a Chaplain School student that you may have not had an opportunity to do otherwise.
Yes, so actually I got to volunteer at Art Basel, a Miami edition. So I got a really exclusive opportunity to work at one of the biggest art festivals in the world. And I also got to experience the Super Bowl right before COVID hit. That was an amazing experience because I was an ambassador. So I got to also network and that was a really cool experience, which I don't think I would have gotten otherwise if the Chaplain School hasn't offered that opportunity. I've also volunteered at several other events. I was a wine angel. So I got to serve wine to some really cool executive in our beautiful wine spectator lab. And yeah, there's a lot of things I've done through the Chaplain School that really have opened up doors and opportunities for me. So I'm really grateful for that.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Cindy. Does anyone here have any questions for us? Her? Marie? Dawn?
Anybody?
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Oh,
Hello.
Hello.
hi.
Hi, my name is James Fudende. I just applied for the FIU.
Welcome.
Thank you. So they sent me an email, so I don't really know what that means because my English is not very well. But I want to be an FBI agent. So they told me to be an FBI agent, I have to apply for cybersecurity. So I chose the cybersecurity on it, but they sent me an email. I don't really know if they mean that they accept me or what.
So we thank you so much for your question. And it seems like Marie is going to take this one away.
Yes, Will, you will need to email, I'll put an email in the chat and you can email the Office of Admissions that question and then we can get back to you. Typically, we can look at your account and kind of go further, and also connect you with your admissions representative so that you guys can have a one-on-one session and go kind of help you guide you through your application process. Okay.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. So before we kind of move on to any other questions that students might have for the remainder of our time, if you would like to follow or tag us on social media, that's going to be the best way to keep up to date with all of the amazing things that are happening at the Chaplin School of Hospitality. We are at FIU Hospitality, or you can tag us or hashtag FIU Hospitality, and then we will kind of see that as well. So it's on our Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter are all FIU Hospitality. And that's how you're going to stay up to date with any career fairs or events that we have going on, as well as any awesome guest speakers that we have. And then if you would like to get in contact with us for a little bit more information on how to apply, or maybe you have questions regarding your application to hospitality, you can email Dawn for transfer students at fagnand@fiu.edu. And then for freshmen or graduate students, you're going to email me at dfeligno@fiu.edu. So that is all. I'm going to stop sharing my screen to see if anyone has any questions for us, and we're all here to answer them for you. Hi, Ruby.
Hi, I don't know if you can see me good.
We can see you just fine.
Okay, first I wanted to say thank you for sending me the invitation to be here. I am currently studying at Wolfson, but I am planning to transfer later on to FIU. And I heard about the SOBI WFF event, and they told me that it was like really cool for me to like join and like get experience and all that stuff. So I just wanted to know if like a student like me from another school can like volunteer like when you have the event again, so I can like become part of like the family of the Tigers early.
Okay, perfect. So definitely great question. Thank you so much. You can volunteer at any time. You don't have to be a hospitality student or an FIU student, and you can volunteer, and I'll put it in the chat, the link to sign up to apply to be a volunteer. And actually, if you do volunteer and end up coming to FIU later, they will hold your scholarship that you earn from that South Beach Wine and Food Festival, and they will save it for you until you actually start FIU. So it's an amazing opportunity. So there is the volunteer sign up link by Cindy. Thank you so much. And I definitely recommend, signing up now. The latest word is that it's still happening in February. So please take the time to sign up, go through the interview process, and it'll be a wonderful experience, especially if you hope to come to FIU in the future.
Thank you.
Thank you. Did anybody else have any questions?
Hi, I have a question.
Hi.
First, thank you for the presentation. And my question was regarding the SAT and the application. I'm currently a student in Myanmar, and we just went under a strict lockdown. So the SAT centers have closed, and I don't know when they will open again. I was just wondering if I could start or send my application anyway that I don't have to send the SAT.
The application doesn't even ask for you to put your SAT scores on there. So just complete the application.
Okay.
Because we need the scores directly from the testing agency. So whenever you're finish your SAT, you can send us your scores. by the dates and deadlines. So if you're applying for the summer, the deadline for your application to be complete is March. And for the fall, the deadline to complete your application is April.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Nicole Marie. I have a question from Emma. So you said that you're wanting to start your master's as an international student. The deadline for it, if you could let me know, Emma, and you unmute yourself, which semester you'd like to start so that I can let you know what the deadline is. Fall 2021. So the deadline for fall 2021 for the graduate program is June 1st, 2021. Did anybody else have any other questions?
Yes, I was asking if they have cybersecurity on FIU also, but someone kicked me out from the Zoom, so I have to rejoin again.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry about that. So if you would like to email the email that Marie put in here, admiss@fiu.edu, that's going to be the best information for you for cybersecurity. I'm in the School of Hospitality specifically, so unfortunately I'm not able to answer, questions pertaining specifically to cybersecurity.
Okay, thank you very much.
No problem. Okay. Any other questions for us? Okay. Well, it seems like we don't have any more questions. I'm going to go around and maybe do some parting words. And I will start off with Dawn.
So thank you guys all for attending. We hope you found the information presented to be helpful. Of course, we realize that later you might think of a question that you didn't get to ask, and you can always reach out to us directly. The easiest way to contact all of us is to email hospitality@fiu.edu. And Dana already also provided you with our individual emails if you prefer. Thanks again for attending. We look forward to receiving your applications and to having you on campus as FIU Panthers.
Thank you, Dawn. I did actually post hospitality@fiu.edu in the chat as well, so please feel free to reach out to us at any time. We will be able to answer. We answer within 24 hours, so don't be afraid. Cindy, if you want to be the next to speak.
Yes, of course. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. Exactly as Don said, if you guys have any more questions, reach out to us. We are available to you, and hopefully I get to see you some events on campus. Don't be shy to say hi. And yeah, if you guys need anything else from me regarding, I'm very involved on campus, as you guys can see. So if you guys want to know any more clubs or anything else besides the hospitality program, let me know. Thank you, everyone.
Perfect. Also, before I head off to Marie, something that Cindy brought up is that if you want to know any more about events, again, I can't reiterate this too much, is that please follow us on our Instagram and our Twitter. I know that everyone says it nowadays, but we really do post all of our amazing events that we have through our Instagram, so you can be sure to get involved and to join us for guest speakers, or to join us for our career fairs, or join for any other events that we have. Especially when we start having more events on campus, it's going to be your best bet to get involved and to really learn more about the Chaplain School. Lastly is Marie.
Yes. Just to piggyback on what Dana said, um, I have our Panther check-ins on Instagram. So if you have any questions about admissions, your process, any updates, scholarships, as well as connecting with programs like hospitality, or any of our top programs at FIU. My FIU Instagram is FIU Marie_W. That's every Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern time. And if you want to email me, you can email the whole Office of Admissions at admiss@fiu.edu so that we can get you on the right path to being successful and possibly a future Panther. Bye. Thank you for coming.
Yes. Thank you all, everyone here. I hope that we have answered some of your questions. I know that transferring or even starting college for the first time can be quite daunting. So we are all here to help you throughout that process. Thank you all again. Pause up and please reach out to us. We're looking forward to speaking with you all. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening.
You guys as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good night.
Okay.